All right, so today we're gonna get into Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Like me, I've seen it a couple of times. I got to see it live, but I didn't really watch it during then because I was outside turning up. But I've watched it about 3 times now. We're gonna watch it again and finally break down this symbolism and overall amazing performance. But I hate to even use the word performance because Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show was not just a musical act. It was a intricate commentary on American race, politics, power structures, and identity. So, yeah, we're going to really get into it because it was a bold reimagining of America's cultural landscape. And it was great to see certain symbols, such as Uncle Sam and the American flag, reimagined. So, let's get into it.
Salutations! It's your Uncle Sam, and this is the Great American Game.
My Gemini twin back powering up. No more handshakes and hugs.
All right. So, already coming in with the symbolism. As you can see, the background opens up with the lights. At first, I didn't see. I'm not going to hold you because I was looking at the numbers. I'm like, what is it saying? But it's supposed to be mimicking, like the lights in the crowd is supposed to be mimicking um, a loading screen for a video game. And as you can see, Uncle Sam, he comes in as our moderator slash, well, pretty much game master, showing, yeah, we're about to play the Great American Game. And it's funny because even then, that use of Samuel Jackson playing Uncle Sam is a very, very big, important part because Uncle Sam as a black man, you don't see that. But then it's also like when we get into performance, you will see that like American flag and things are reimagined, featuring people of color and dancers of color. But this is what I'm saying. This is the Great American Game for people of color. This isn't the Great American Game for everyone. It's supposed to be how America is going to brainwash you, and that's the intentions of the game. If you play it how they want to and complete the American dream according to the standards of what America put out for you, then yeah, you're doing great. But yeah, overall, opening is amazing because you get to see Kendrick isn't here to play. He's coming out swinging. Like the game has begun, and we're about to see his interpretation of it.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. Someone better squabble up. Reincarnated.
All right, so I'm sure a lot of people didn't even understand really what he's saying. The revolution's about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. And that right there, for him to even open a show with that sentiment, it shows. It sets the tone for where his artistic defiance and cultural critique is about to play center stage. This performance invites viewers to reconsider who gets to play the game and what the rules really are. Especially with Kendrick Lamar's career. If you use his career as I want to say, cheat code to a Great American Game, you get to see he won the Pulitzer Prize. He created music that was popular, renowned. But then now he's creating music based in culture. And you see that this doesn't necessarily fit the mold that he was creating, songs to actually chart. Historically, the Super Bowl halftime show has been a platform where mainstream American artists are both celebrated and critiqued. When you think about previous people like Prince or Lady Gaga, they use their stages to tell stories, to world build, but what Kendrick is doing, he's reimagining what the Great American Game actually is. Anyways, let's continue.
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Squabble up, squabble up.
No, 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 no! Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up!
You see, even this scene right here is really good. Like, Uncle Sam, it's really smart to use this too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. It helps to reflect, like, how America tries to conform us to what they see as the typical American life for a person of color, I should say. And yeah, it's intriguing because Kendrick Lamar does follow it by performing Humble, which, if you again look at his roadmap in his career, the songs that have blown up have been songs that are more chorus driven. I mean, even like Not Like Us is chorus driven, but again, you'll see the key differences in how one would be deemed too ghetto as opposed to fitting that cookie cutter mold.
Conviction, murders, boosters, burglars, ballers dead. Skylar fathers dead with kids in hours. Hold on. Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay.
Boom. Right here. Another symbolic gesture. Warning, wrong way. People don't understand that the background is supposed to be symbolizing just exactly it's an interactive game. Right now, Kendrick Lamar, as he's running through his catalog, he's also showing that when he started steering, he's demonstrating where he started steering away from the typical American mold and what they want for a POC. Now it's Warning Wrong Way because he's about to play one of the first diss track. I think it is. Yeah, this is like the first diss track he made against Drake, and even then, it still was well. This was a directed diss, and it was rooted in culture. And that was one thing I will say for Kendrick Lamar's his like rebranding this era. It hasn't even been, I would say, necessarily about Drake. Like, yes, will I say Drake may be the scapegoat for it? Yes, but his rebranding is about the fact that now he's not playing into this cookie cutter mode. He's going back to his roots. He cultivated that and is now telling people to embrace their roots and go back to this and to cultivate them. So right now, this Warning Wrong Way, this is again Uncle Sam's way of saying like, yeah, this isn't the mode that we wanted for you. Really good symbolism.
Ain't no shame in me. Flip a coin. You want the dangerous me or the famous me? How annoying. From the boys in the game I speak. Ashamed of me. It's important. I deserve it all because it's mine. Why you think you deserve the greatest of all time?
See, you brought your homeboys with you. The old culture cheat code. Scorekeeper, deduct one life.
And you see that right there, another beautiful form of symbolism not many people would understand because you have to understand this moment right here is supposed to symbolize the fact that Kendrick is still good wherever he goes. Kendrick, his body is good in his hood. Like, that's literally it. Like I told you before, Kendrick's new rebrand is about cultivating his portion of American culture, what he interprets, how he feels, what cultivated him, what made him, what shaped him. So now, when you have Uncle Sam or even just America itself saying, yeah, now he wants to be like all woke and using the culture. Uncle Sam doesn't say, oh, take away 1 point, deduct 1 point. He says deduct a life. Because again, when you think about America, we do get multiple lives. At least how I'm interpreting it, we get multiple lives. It's just about how we rebrand. We keep doing it, we keep doing it, we keep doing it. As an American, you understand that it's not really one lifetime that you get here. You can live as many lives as you want. It's just really about what you choose to cultivate and what you don't. So yeah, if how I assume that is how I assume it, then yeah, I definitely agree with it.
I'm up the street. It says easy. I put the boys to sleep. He on the ground. around, praise God, and stomping feet. Ladies, I want to make a move. I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love to sue.
All right, before we get into this part, I want to talk about the X because a lot of people, they like, even me, I was confused at first because I didn't get it, and I still, even now, I'm still like questionable, but I think it is supposed to be on social media, or even if you consider the white. Remember, the white is supposed to symbolize the stars. If you watch how the X is, it was like the stars in different parts of it. They all came behind him during this era and the era that he's currently in. So I want to say with X, I think that that's supposed to be a symbolism for X, the social media platform, because of the fact that, yeah, now everything is online and his biggest following is on X. The way that they try to control the masses is on X. It was very, what do you call it? It was shown during this last election. If you were active on it, then you would see that I think it was like the last like week or so. All I kept getting was an ad for Trump, 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 Trump. And throughout the election, if I'm being honest there, you didn't see much Kamala posts being promoted. And even then, you had someone like Elon controlling the narrative and saying things that were against Kamala Harris and her campaign. Meanwhile, yes, it is his platform, and yes, he can promote or not promote or take away and give. So, yeah, I think this X is supposed to be symbolic of the fact that in this age of social media and even social censorship, it's intriguing how we all come together when someone is actually trying to cultivate the culture. Intriguing.
You know what?
SZA looks really good. I just can't tell if that mic is on, but she looks really nice. I just feel like, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what America wants. Nice and calm. You're almost there. Don't mess this.
You see right there. Right there captures what he is talking about. That's what America wants. Nice, calm, and slow. I didn't quote it exactly, bastardizing it. But for him to say that after following what you would consider two of Kendrick's, again, slower songs, but they are more popular ones. All the Stars, forget it. That song blew up so much again, and this is what I was talking about before. These are radio hits. He's not saying too much crazy shit, but if he is, you have to be a listener, or you would someone be like, "Oh yeah, if you're a Kendrick fan, you caught this." Da, 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 da. Or just an avid music listener, you would catch what he's saying, what SZA's saying. But even then, it's still not as crazy as Not Like Us. Uncle Sam considers All the Stars what America wants. And that is hilarious because look at the audience's response. Yeah, you can see, and I mean, I'm sure that this was intentional, like they didn't have the mic to the audience like that, but they got loud for SZA's performance. They got loud for Kendrick, but you see how hype America gets over Not Like Us. The audience literally started roaring once they heard the beat. Uncle Sam couldn't even control the audience anymore. He couldn't control anyone, highlighting the fact that America wants a revolution. America wants this new wave of culture, cultivated culture. America wants America to actually stand 10 toes down. So, yeah, this is very intriguing. We're leaving even an era in music behind, where it was just about trying to just deliver these singy songs. We're telling messages. We're delivering culture. We're cultivating culture. That is what Kendrick is talking about. We got to talk about this right there. Y'all didn't listen to him.
True divide. I'ma get it on the flow. You really about to do it? 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. You really about to do it? Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. They get on it like that. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like buck.
I know we're ready to get into Not Like Us, but did you not hear what this man is saying? 40 acres and a mule. This it's not it's not about the bullshit. Like he's literally trying to tell you he wants his reparations. He's talked about they tried to rig the game. Although I'm a fan, Young Money, Cash Money, I will admit Drake is arguably the Naruto of this rap shit. Where although yes, a fan favorite, we love Drake because we can all see ourselves in him. It's the fact that Drake isn't based in rap culture. He's not based in American culture. Rap is American, and then at least the rap that he does, where it's like you could tell Drake has taken Atlanta rap or California rap or New York rap and tried to do his own renditions, which I will always give him because, again, Drake has touched every genre. We're not taking that away. But the thing about it is, this isn't Drake's culture. So when we think about the fact that Kendrick can go back and cultivate a specific culture that was born into, you have to look at Drake's culture. Like even though his musical makeup may be all over and whatnot, if we go back to what Drake his roots are, Canadian rap isn't, and this is why Kendrick's trying to say it's not about even that because this is a cultural divide. People are not looking to one another's cultures trying to embrace it anymore. People they lost sight of that because they wanted to just kind of be influencers. They didn't want to be actual agents of culture. This is what Kendrick is talking about. Kendrick is officially announcing himself as an agent of culture, an agent of change. So, yeah, when you take into consideration the fact that we have people like Drake, who again has been a face of culture, it's intriguing because, like Kendrick said, and like if you really take into consideration, the influence is intriguing. Like Drake has influenced a change for Sonic. Like sonically, music has changed because of Drake. But would we say that it's gotten better? That is a question. Because when you look at someone who has cultivated their culture and who is making calls, who is able to make calls to actions while also getting on these popish, chart topping songs, you begin to question, would we rather a culture cultivated or just someone who's loud and fun? Okay.
Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor. No.
This Not Like Us performance is so good, but then that like Serena Williams part does throw me off because I feel like Serena looks so stupid. Like, why would you do this? Like, yeah, okay, he dissed your baby daddy. We're talking about Drake. But like, what was the point? You crip walking, like, don't you play tennis? Don't you have a kid? Like, it's certain shit that it the performance it was not about Drake, and that's why I feel like yeah he had to make sure that you like yeah he did say the Drake thing, but he didn't say the pedophile part, which we're gonna get into because that's a very big fucking deal. But when it comes to that Serena Williams part, yeah, it throws me the fuck off. Okay, so before we get into the last performance, let's talk about Not Like Us and him not saying the pedophile line. The reason why that was not delivered, and I'm like 100% sure, is because, yes, he did say that he was going to get sued. But it was also, again, this even helps build on to his commentary of the power dynamics and American identity because although yeah he may have cultivated and knows that his sound is raw, he already went number one. Everyone knows what he was going to say. You know what I'm saying? The song has charted for forever. Everyone's still listening to it. everyone knows the lyrics, regardless of if you support it or not. But this is supposed to show that Kendrick's working still within the censorship limits. Yes, he may have been on the biggest stage in America, and yes, it may have been great for like a radical to do something that was crazy like that. But this wasn't about Drake. This was not about Drake only. Like, yeah, he still made his dig because obviously, who's not? Like, who's not? But this, he shows that this was a deeper battle. This is a battle for not only censorship, but for the fact that we need to start cultivating culture. Not like us, although arguably some parts, no, that's a good song. But it's not like the replay value for what it is. I mean, maybe it's just a personal opinion, so I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, this is not just about Drake. This is a battle much bigger than Drake.
Turn this TV off. Turn this TV off. Turn this.
The National Football League and Apple Music thank you for watching the Roll 59 halftime show.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. That final shot, and then we'll get into like my hot takes. So, yeah, that last performance, that last song for Turn This TV Off. The reason why that is really important is because you begin to see Kendrick Lamar is trying to. It's showing he is who he thinks he is. Yes, the revolution is being televised, and yes, it may be the right time, but it's the wrong guy because America is going to listen to someone who is embracing culture, who is not trying to shy away from who they are or even necessarily, I don't want to say embrace a realm that they're not in because I can't say that. The whole point of music, the whole point of culture is building off of other cultures, trying to cultivate culture and what they call evolve it. But Kendrick Lamar's closing song, his closing, the performance remarks, it was to show that, yeah, America, the great American game that we were meant to play, it's over. But regardless of it, look, if it's over for him, if this is what over is, at least for Kendrick Lamar, then it begins to make you question what were the rules of this great American game. You get what I'm saying? He's losing because he didn't play the game of what it was supposed to be. When you think about even going back to the symbolism of wrong way, Kendrick Lamar was going the wrong way because Kendrick Lamar began to not make music that was one sonically what the masses wanted to hear. I mean, let me not say masses, the majority wanted to hear, but lyrically, something the majority wasn't ready to hear. So when you begin to have someone take over the mind and the ear and tell them that, and show them that if you cultivate your American identity, your piece of America, this is what you can do. You're breaking the game. He broke the game. He didn't just break the mold. This is what he's trying to show. They can't, his game is over because he's not playing the great American game. Kendrick Lamar he broke it. He's not just a character inside the game anymore. Uncle Sam can control our game master. This is why this performance is important for POCs and just overall American identity because it shows the American identity has began to stray so far away from literally what it is, the roots of America. We cultivated, we allowed people to become the face of America or American genres that, if we're being honest, they're not able to go into America catalogs or to their lives here in America. That's intriguing. Very big deal. Love it. So now let's get into my hot takes. All right, so video ended up being way longer than I thought. So for the full discussion, just check out my second video with the hot takes, and we can get into some deeper analysis of the video. All right, Icon out. comment, subscribe, and chop it up inside the comments. Let me know which parts that you may have agreed with or I didn't even touch base on. I also have an essay that I wrote about the performance that is going to be obviously I should say it's gonna grow as we go, but if you want to just check it out because it's gonna touch base on a lot of things that I spoke about in the video, but build even more on it. But overall, thank you, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Icon out. Later, icons.